Hey YouTube, how's it going? Today we're going to be doing a Monarch deck profile for Yu-Gi-Oh! So the Monarchs is actually my personal favorite deck of all time. It's actually the deck that my brother first made for me back in like 2006, 2007, whenever he first taught me how to play the game before this card's out. But ever since then, fallen in love with just, being able to tribute monsters, get certain effects off, flood the board, get control-y stuff off. It's my favorite kind of deck to play. I'm really looking forward to the Flunderies deck that's coming out in Burst of Destiny. Seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. Get to use Rise of the Mega Monarch. I'm so excited. But anyway, let's get straight onto the deck profile. So to start off with the monsters, you're just going to run this typical lineup. You're going to run 3 of your Ether, 3 of your Erebus, the 1 Karaz. Now this is all your Monarch tributes for the deck. Now, Ether, most of the time, is going to summon out the Karaz, and then it's going to pop himself and potentially something else you have on the field to give you the plus and card advantage. Let you draw your more control-y traps and whatnot. Erebus, non-target spin, great going first. This is the card I prefer. I prefer to open Erebus whenever I'm going first. But, Aether's nice. It can give you the Erebus for next turn. Because their effects, you just send 2 Monarch spell traps from deck to grave. And then Erebus is the non-target spin from hand, field, or grave. And then Ether lets you special summon 1 from the deck. But then it's returned to the hand during the end phase. And then they also have other effects. Erebus, you can discard a card to add a Monarch, basically, back to the hand while he's in the grave. And then Ether, if she's in the hand, you can banish 1 from grave to special summon. Now, next, we play a triple Vanity's Fiend and the 1 Majesty's Fiend. Now, you can change this however you like. If you want to play more Majesties, because you can search it off of like return and whatnot, and you can use Tenacity with it, by all means, go ahead and use it. I prefer the triple Vanities because I really like seeing this card with Domain, and it's just really good. It's basically control. The control. For the little ones, I run 2 Edia. I can't really see that down there. Let's move that up a little. 2 Edia. The 2 Eidos. And then the new cards from Lightning Overdrive is going to be your Anchamorphite. I just call them anchovies. It's a lot easier to say. So basically what he does, you set him in your Pendulum Scale, you pop him, so he gets sent to the extra deck, you draw a card, but it gets better. A lot of Monarch cards don't work if you have cards in the extra deck, but he special summons himself out if he's the only thing in the extra deck. So it basically gives you a free monster to either go into one of your 6s, like your Vanities or your Majesties, or if you have Domain on board, you can go into your big Monarchs. Then the last monster in the deck is actually just going to be 2 Proof of Pruffles. Only 2, because if you have Vanities out, you can't use it. And also, if you have, say, you have Eidos out from Edia effect, you can't really, you can't use it, because you have to have no special summon monsters. That wraps up for the monsters, and let's get on into the spells. So to start off with the spells, we're going to play Triple Domain, the key card of the deck. I mean, it's what the deck runs on. It's its fuel. It's the control deck. Buster locks your opponent, basically. But it lets you have big beefy Monarchs to swing. Next card, Pantheism. It's basically just a trade-in. You discard a Monarch spell trap, draw 2, and it also gives you the great effect. You banish it from the grave. Select 3 or choose 3, I think is what it says. Reveal 3 Monarch spell traps from the deck. Opponent chooses 1, adds to the hand. good card. Absolutely amazing card. Really helps when you're looking for this card, Tenacity. Tenacity basically just lets you reveal any of your Monarchs and Majesty's Fiend to add any Monarch spell trap. You can add your Return, your March, your Prime, Domain, Pantheism. You can even add another Tenacity, just can't use it the same turn. Which is unfortunate, but it's okay. It's whatever. Then it's going to be 2 Return. Basically just to keep giving you tributes. 2 Stormforth. Only running 2 in this build. Right now, I'm kind of torn between either 2 or 3. I do like the 3. I just think it's a little bricky at times, especially if you're going first. I don't run Escalation in the build anymore because I used to. But if you had Escalation, I could see playing 3, but I don't, so it's only at 2 right now. And then for some 1-ofs, we got a March of the Monarchs, an Upstart, a Foolish, a 1-for-1 for Edia, a Rhoda for Edia, and these other ones pretty much self-explanatory. Upstart thins out the deck. Foolish lets you dump Erebus or Ados for their effect engrave. March is it gives target protection and destruction protection for your tribute summons. Basically makes your board a little bit harder to get through unless they've got a Kaiju or something, or they get rid of March first. But that's it for the spells. Let's get on into these last couple traps we're playing. Last couple cards in the deck. Now for the only trap, you might have just seen it. I'm playing just 2 copies of Prime. I have a love-hate relationship with this card. This card is amazing. It's good when you see it turn 2 or 3. Well, 3 or 5, hopefully, because you're going first. Most of the time, hopefully. Most likely, let's hope. It's great. Lets you recycle back your Tenacities. And then you can, banish something to get it on board as a body for a tribute. Besides that, the card is just kind of it. It'll sit on board for a while. Opponents normally don't like to pop Prime just because they don't really see that much advantage coming from it. They see more advantage from it in the grave because it gives you that monster. But that actually wraps it up for the deck. If you did enjoy what you saw today, leave a like, subscribe for more future deck profiles and pack openings in the future. If you have any suggestions for deck profiles in the future, if you just want to leave them in the comments, I'll be sure to look at that. Let's possibly be able to put a deck together and do a profile on it for you. But until then, I'm signing out. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and peace. Bye.